Use the diagram and the following information to determine a relationship between angle ABC, angle ABD, and angle DBC. So here we're told the measure of angle ABC is equal to this expression. So we're going to use this expression here to represent the measure of angle ABC. So where is angle ABC? So if I look at angle ABC, ABC is this angle here, ABC. So I can draw an arc to represent this angle, and this angle is going to be represented by 2x plus 2. And I kind of wrote it on top of this ray because I want to make sure I don't get confused as to what angle this belongs to. So this belongs to this whole arc. So the angle ABC is this whole angle here. So I usually write it a little bit on top, so that way you can see that this belongs to the whole angle. And then we are also told the measure of angle ABD is equal to 32 degrees. So angle ABD is this angle here, ABD. So if I draw an arc here, they're saying the measure of this angle is 32 degrees. So 32 degrees. And then we also have the last part, measure of angle DBC is represented by x degrees. So DBC is this angle here, DBC. So if I make this arc here, they're saying the measure of this angle is going to be represented by x degrees. So I'll say this is x degrees. So now we have all the information that was given. We have the measure of angle ABC, which is here, 2x plus 2 degrees. And then we also had the measure of angle ABD, which is 32 degrees. And then we had the measure of angle DBC. So DBC was this one, x degrees. And ABD is 32 degrees, so ABD. So these are the three angles, and we want to know if we could come up with a relationship between these three. And these are the measures of the angles, so we're going to be talking about the measures of these angles. How are they related? So since these represent numeric values, right, the measure of an angle is a degree measure, and it's a number. So we want to see, okay, how can I relate these three? So I know I'm going to be using an equal sign. And one of the things we're going to be using is the angle addition postulate. So I can see here that these two angles, angle ABD, if I combine this angle with angle DBC, these two angles combined give me angle ABC, so the whole angle. So if I were to be talking about the measures of the angles, for instance, the measure of angle ABD, well, let me move this down here. The measure of angle ABD, so the measure of this angle here, ABD, plus the measure of angle DBC, which is this angle here. Well, if I add these two measures together, it should equal the measure of angle, so the measure of angle ABC. So these two smaller angles combined give me the entire angle. So the measure of angle ABD plus the measure of angle DBC is equal to the measure of angle ABC. Right, these two angles combined give me the whole measure. And now I can go and substitute the actual measures. So what represents the measure of angle ABD? Well, ABD is this angle here. The measure of this angle is 32 degrees. So I can substitute that. This is 32 degrees plus, well, what's the measure of angle DBC? So DBC is this angle here. And I can see the measure of this angle is represented by x degrees. So I can substitute that value in. So that's the measure of angle DBC. And then we know when we add these two measures together, it should equal the measure of angle ABC. Angle ABC, well, the measure of this angle is represented by 2x plus 2. That was the measure of this entire angle. So I can substitute that value in. 2x plus 2 degrees. So this would be the relationship that I can use. And if I wanted to go ahead and solve for x, I would just use the algebraic properties and solve the equation for x.